Hi, and welcome to Medical English this morning, the 5th of May. Cinco de Mayo, if some of you are following that religious festival in Spain. Okay, I wanted to spend a little bit of time this morning talking about the second part of the semester, midterms over, all done. And we move on to the part 2 of the book, which starts off with allergies and asthma. Okay, allergies and asthma. Page 54 in the book. Now, it starts off with vocabulary, and page 54 and 55 are very, very important for the final exam. I'll say that again. Page 54 and 55 are very, very important. Now, on the vocabulary, you'll go through the 12 words on page 54, and I'll quickly run through them. Okay, the first one, allergy. Allergy. Okay. Second one, environment. Environment. Third one, reaction. Reaction. Fourth one, nausea. Nausea. That feeling that you get sometimes when you're going to be sick. Nausea. Okay. Then we have the word allergen. Allergen. Then the next one, rash. Rash. When you get those spots on your body, a rash. Then number 7, faint. Faint. Okay. That's when you fall on the floor, suddenly unconscious for some reason. We'll talk about why in a few minutes. Next one, cramps. Cramps. Now, when you develop cramps in your leg, it's because the bloodstream can't take away the lactic acid and your muscle locks up and it's really painful. I'm sure that's happened to you many times. Okay, next one. Now, there's a difficult word and an easy word here. The difficult one is urticaria. Urticaria. But the one we all remember, hives. 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 Next word, again, one difficult, one easy. The real word is pruritus. Pruritus. Difficult to say. Pruritus. We all call it itching. Itching. Much easier to say, much easier to remember. Itching. Okay? Now, the next one is probably the largest word in the section. Anaphylactic shock. Anaphylactic shock. This is something that happens to the body. It's a serious allergic reaction when it can lead to death in some cases. So not to be underestimated. Anaphylactic shock. And then the last word in the vocabulary for this week, hyperventilation. Hyperventilation. And that's to do with the carbon dioxide that's in the blood in your body. Okay. Now, when you've gone through the words on page 54, there's a little reading to do at the bottom. I'll read that for you now, okay? So I'm going to have to look down. Reading practice number 36. You've got your CD, you can listen to that. Allergies are common all over the world. There are 3 main causes of allergies: food, the environment, and drugs, medications. Whatever the cause of the allergy, the body has an overreaction to the allergen. An allergen is a substance that causes greater than normal sneezing, itching, or difficulty breathing. Some allergies can cause life-threatening symptoms. The symptoms of allergies can vary from simple sneezing to dangerous anaphylactic shock. If you have an allergic reaction, you may experience the following symptoms. Now, the following symptoms are a list of 10 items. They're words that we've just done in the vocabulary. So you have urticaria or hives, nausea, sneezing, difficulty breathing, rash, fainting, pruritus, which is itching, as we said, anaphylactic shock, cramps, and hyperventilation. Now, we come to a little exercise now where you have to take each one of those symptoms from above into one of 4 categories. It's on page 55. You've got to decide which ones are life-threatening. And it gives you an example there. Anaphylactic shock is life-threatening. It talks about non-life-threatening, which pruritus is non-life-threatening. It's just itching, okay? It's unpleasant, but it doesn't kill you. External, well, we have rash. And then finally, internal. So the 4 categories: life-threatening, non-life-threatening, external, internal. Pause the video now and put the words into the correct order, into the correct section. Okay, you do that now. Okay, assuming you've done that, we move on now to pages 56 and 57, which again are very, very important for the final exam. Let me say that again. Very, very important. Put a red star against these pages, 54, 55, 56, and 57. They will be in the exam, I promise you. Now, page 56 talks about food allergies, okay? And many people are allergic to many different things, but food is one of the top things. And it goes through the following vocabulary. Nuts, nuts. Now, we all know what nuts are. Seafood, seafood. And then we move on to gluten, gluten. 4th one, wheat, wheat. Gluten is actually a protein that comes from wheat. The 5th word is actually the word protein itself, protein. The 6th one, carp, carp, a type of fish. The 7th one, salt, salt, as we find salt and pepper on the table. The 8th one, a form of bean, soy, soy. Down onto the bottom row, we have pasteurized, pasteurized, a form of treatment of things like milk, pasteurized. Coming on towards the end, antibody, antibody. Near the end now, vomit, vomit. Now, you and I probably know vomit as the word barf, or to be sick, or bleh, when you give out when you regurgitate the food that you've eaten and you can throw it out of your mouth, sometimes explosively. It's terrible. I don't like vomit. The last word, diarrhea, diarrhea. Always a favourite in the exam. Spell diarrhea, D-I-A-R-R-H-E-A. And sometimes you'll hear people talking about D&V. I can't come to work today because I got D&V. It's short for diarrhea and vomiting. Okay? Now, talk about those words. There are 12 words there that you must learn for the exam. And then do the listening practice 38. Okay? And place those words in the correct area. So you've got 1 through 9 missing. And you should be able to, even when listening to the recording, you should be able to choose the words from the vocabulary and put them in the right place. Okay? Now, we finish off today with some reading practice. Jackie's allergic to nuts, seafood and wheat. Which food label has ingredients that he can eat safely? All right? And you've got to choose the right one at the bottom of page 57. Okay? All right, I'm going to leave it there for now. I might add some more to this video in a short while. If I don't, then good luck. Shouldn't take you too long today. And I'll see you at roll call 10:10 very shortly. You take it easy. All right, bye-bye now. Got to switch off.